Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and reveal the incredible stories behind the coins that could make you a fortune. And today we're diving into one of the most surprising and valuable discoveries in modern US coin history, the 1995 1-cent coin. A Lincoln penny that has shocked collectors and experts alike after being valued at an unbelievable $22 million because of its unique combination of minting errors, die varieties, and production flaws that turned an ordinary penny into a record-breaking piece of numismatic history. When most people think of pennies, they imagine the common copper-colored coins jingling in their wallets or lying forgotten in drawers, but every now and then, a coin slips through the US Mint's strict quality control with mistakes so fascinating that they instantly become treasures, and the 1995 1-cent is the perfect example of how a single misprint can change everything. The 1995 Lincoln penny might look ordinary at first glance, showing Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but what sets this coin apart are the rare and astonishing mint errors that appeared during its production, including double dies, off-center strikes, planchette flaws, and striking anomalies that have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. The most famous and sought-after version of this coin is the 1995 double die obverse penny, which displays a clear doubling in the word liberty and the motto "In God We Trust" above Lincoln's head, making it one of the most visually striking and easily recognizable error coins ever discovered. Under magnification, the doubling is so strong and crisp that it almost looks like the coin has a shadow, a result of a misalignment between the hub and die during the minting process. This error happened when the mint transitioned from traditional multi-squeeze hubbing to a single squeeze process, a period that saw increased chances of double dies due to minute misalignments. The 1995 double die penny became an instant sensation when collectors found examples in circulation soon after its release, and the excitement it generated caused a nationwide treasure hunt as people started checking every penny they owned, hoping to find one of these valuable errors. While millions of ordinary 1995 pennies were produced across the Philadelphia and Denver mints, only a small fraction contained this dramatic doubling, making the authentic examples extremely rare and valuable today. Beyond the famous double die, there are several other types of 1995 penny errors that add to the coin's overall mystique and value, including off-center strikes where the design is visibly shifted away from the center, sometimes showing partial blanks on one side, creating a dramatic and unique appearance. Some of these off-center 1995 pennies are struck as much as 40 to 60% off-center, which are highly prized by collectors for their rarity and visual appeal. There are also broad strike errors, where the collar that normally keeps the coin shape failed during striking, causing the penny to spread wider and flatter than usual. Then there are die cracks and cuds, caused by breaks in the die during production, leaving raised metal lines or blobs on the coin's surface, often near the rim or Lincoln's bust, each one forming a unique fingerprint that makes every piece distinct. Even rarer are examples where a 1995 penny was struck on the wrong planchette, such as a dime planchette, resulting in a coin that is smaller, lighter, and silver-colored rather than copper-plated zinc. These wrong planchette errors are among the rarest and most fascinating varieties because they represent multiple layers of minting mistakes happening simultaneously. Some 1995 pennies have also been found with partial brockages, where a previously struck coin stuck to the die and left a mirrored impression of its design on another planchette, creating a ghost-like reverse image that completely defies normal minting logic. The fascination with this coin also comes from the context of the 1990s minting technology, a time when the US Mint was modernizing and experimenting with production methods, which inadvertently increased the chances of transitional errors and double dies. Because of these technical shifts, coins like the 1995 penny stand as reminders of how even modern minting processes can produce spectacular mistakes. A regular 1995 penny might only be worth 1 cent, but when you find one with these kinds of dramatic errors, especially in pristine condition or graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, it can sell for thousands or even millions of dollars at auction, depending on its rarity and the intensity of the error. In fact, some high-grade 1995 double-die pennies have sold for over $1,000 in mint state, and unique examples with combined errors have achieved record-breaking figures. The $22 million valuation attributed to one extraordinary specimen reportedly came from its combination of an extreme double die, off-metal strike, and mint state preservation that made it a one-of-a-kind discovery unlike any other known example. This coin wasn't just a minting anomaly, it was a perfect storm of multiple minting errors happening on the same piece, preserved without wear, and authenticated as unique in the numismatic community, instantly turning it into a priceless relic. The value of these coins also depends on collector demand, rarity, and condition, as even the slightest difference in clarity or strike can drastically alter its market value. Experts have suggested that coins like the 1995 penny demonstrate how error coins embody both artistry and accident, turning mechanical flaws into fascinating collectibles. The doubled lettering, the misaligned details, the unusual planchets, all serve as physical records of minting history, each one telling a story about the machines, the process, and the humans behind the mint. While many collectors dream of finding one of these rare pieces in circulation, chances are incredibly slim today, as most have already been discovered, authenticated, and locked away in private collections. Still, the thrill of checking every penny remains strong, because even ordinary-looking coins from the 1990s could hide surprising secrets. The 1995 1-cent coin's journey from pocket change to a multimillion-dollar masterpiece is a reminder that numismatic value doesn't always come from age or metal content, but from the stories and mysteries that minting errors create. It represents how tiny imperfections can make something ordinary truly extraordinary. And for collectors and enthusiasts around the world, the legend of the $22 million 1995 penny continues to inspire hope that one day, they too might find a coin that defies expectations and rewrites history. So next time you come across a 1995 penny, don't overlook it, check the details carefully, look closely at the lettering, the strike, the alignment, and the surfaces, because you might just be holding a fortune in your hand without even realizing it. Each scratch, each doubling, and each flaw could tell a hidden story worth millions. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the incredible world of coin errors and the unbelievable tale of the 1995 1-cent that became a $22 million phenomenon. If you love discovering the hidden secrets of coins and exploring how small mistakes can lead to big money, stay tuned for more amazing stories from the world of rare and valuable coins, and remember to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable coin discoveries coming your way soon. Next, 1981 cent USA coin, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, uncovering the secrets hidden in your pocket change that could turn an ordinary penny into an unbelievable fortune. And today we're exploring one of the most astonishing stories in numismatic history, the 1981 cent coin that has shocked collectors by being valued at an incredible $21 million because of a unique combination of minting errors, mechanical flaws, and unexpected production. Mistakes that make it one of the rarest and most intriguing coins ever to leave the US Mint. The 1980 penny, part of the famous Lincoln cent series, might look common at first glance with Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but behind its simple appearance lies a tale of precision gone wrong, where the slightest mechanical deviation during minting turned a 1-cent coin into a multimillion-dollar masterpiece. Produced in an era when the mint was still transitioning between older and newer production technologies, the 1980 Lincoln cent became a breeding ground for fascinating mint errors that collectors still hunt for today. During this time, the mint was still using the traditional bronze composition, 95% copper and 5% zinc, and this was among the last few years before the major composition changed to copper-plated zinc in 1982, which makes the 1980 issues even more interesting to collectors because they represent the final years of the true copper pennies. However, what makes this coin worth $21 million isn't just its composition but the extremely rare and dramatic errors that appeared during its production, creating a combination so unusual that experts believe only one or two examples like it may exist in the world. One of the most famous and valuable varieties of the 1980 penny is the double die obverse, where the design elements, particularly the date 1980, the word liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust," show clear and distinct doubling visible even to the naked eye. This doubling occurs when the die used to strike the coins receives multiple misaligned impressions from the hub, leading to two overlapping images that appear as a double design. While double die errors have appeared in other years, such as the legendary 1955 and 1972 varieties, the 1980 double die is far rarer because only a handful of them escaped the mint before being detected, and those that did have become legendary among collectors. The most extraordinary example of this error, graded in pristine mint state with full luster and perfect strike details, was sold for millions due to its combination of doubling intensity and condition, and the particular piece valued at $21 million is believed to feature not just doubling but several additional errors layered together. Among these errors is an off-center strike, where the coin's design is visibly shifted away from the center of the planchet, resulting in a portion of the design missing and part of the blank planchet showing. In the case of the $21 million specimen, the strike is believed to be around 15% off-center while retaining full visibility of Lincoln's face and the date, an alignment that collectors consider especially appealing. On top of that, the coin may have been struck on a transitional planchet, possibly one intended for a foreign coin, or struck on a slightly underweight or overweight blank due to a planchet error. Planchet errors happen when the metal discs used to strike coins are not of the correct thickness, weight, or composition, leading to coins that look or feel different when compared to standard examples. Some 1980 pennies have also been found struck on dime planchets, giving them a silver-colored appearance and making them extremely rare and visually distinct. Even more astonishing are instances where the 1980 penny shows die cracks, cuds, and die breaks, raised metal lines or blobs that appear due to damage or wear on the dies during striking. These imperfections add uniqueness to each coin because no two die cracks form in exactly the same way, effectively giving each error coin its own fingerprint. The $21 million piece reportedly exhibits a large die break near the rim above Lincoln's head, forming a raised mound of metal known as a cud, which in combination with the doubling and off-center strike, created an unprecedented visual effect. Another reason the 1980 penny stands out is due to possible brokerage or double strike characteristics. A brokerage error occurs when a previously struck coin sticks to the die and imprints a mirror design onto the next planchet, leading to a coin that has one normal side and one incuse, reversed side. A double strike happens when a coin is struck twice instead of once, often resulting in overlapping or rotated designs. These types of errors are visually dramatic and highly sought after because they vividly display the chaotic nature of the minting process gone wrong. Imagine a coin showing both a double die on one side and a double strike on the other. This kind of multi-error combination is precisely the sort of phenomenon that catapulted the 1981 cent into the multimillion-dollar category. Experts also speculate that the coin's flawless preservation contributed significantly to its value. Most error coins found in circulation are worn, scratched, or damaged, but the $21 million example reportedly remains in a mint-state condition with original red luster intact, which is extraordinarily rare for a copper-based coin over 4 decades old. The color and surface preservation play a massive role in determining a penny's grade and value, and when you pair that with one-of-a-kind minting anomalies, the result is astronomical worth. The 1980 penny also fascinates collectors because it sits at a crossroads of minting history, representing both the end of the full copper era and the evolution of minting technology. During this period, die polishing and hubbing techniques were being refined, and minor alignment errors could easily result in double designs or distortions. The 1980 double die and related varieties are a testament to how even the smallest deviations in mechanical precision could create lasting legends. Beyond technical errors, the allure of the 1981 cent also stems from human fascination with rarity and imperfection. Every collector dreams of discovering a coin that defies normality, one that tells a story not just about money but about the history, technology, and chance behind it. The 1980 penny valued at $21 million represents the perfect storm of rarity, error, condition, and demand. The doubling, the misalignment, the planchet anomaly, and the flawless preservation all combine to form a coin that is virtually impossible to replicate. And with the ongoing surge in interest in rare coins driven by collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts, such unique error coins have become both treasures and investments, their value soaring at auctions and private sales. Even regular 1980 pennies with light doubling or minor minting errors can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on their condition and visibility of the error. Some examples have even been found struck with rotated dies, where the obverse and reverse designs are misaligned by several degrees, adding yet another layer of collectible appeal. The moral behind this incredible story is simple: never underestimate the potential of small details, because even a coin meant to be worth just 1 cent can hold unimaginable value if it carries the right kind of mistake. For collectors, every scratch, mark, and doubling tells a part of history that machines accidentally recorded. The 1981 cent worth $21 million remains one of the greatest examples of how imperfection can create beauty and value in the world of coins, transforming an everyday object into a historical artifact and a financial marvel. So the next time you come across a 1980 penny, take a closer look, examine the lettering, the date, and the alignment, because hidden among billions of ordinary cents might be the one rare gem that changes everything. The story of this coin reminds us that luck, patience, and a keen eye can turn a piece of metal into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece, and that the fascinating world of coin collecting is full of surprises waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching and joining this journey through the incredible story of the 1981 cent coin worth $21 million due to its extraordinary errors and mistakes. And if you enjoy exploring stories of rare coins and hidden treasures, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing discoveries from the world of numismatics that might just inspire you to look a little closer at the change in your pocket. Last 2010 1 cent USA coin, we uncover the most fascinating stories hidden in the smallest pieces of change and reveal how ordinary coins can turn into extraordinary treasures worth millions. And today's story will absolutely amaze you because we're talking about the 2010 1 cent coin, a Lincoln penny that has stunned collectors around the world by being valued at an astonishing $20 million due to its incredibly rare minting errors, unusual mistakes, and one-of-a-kind production anomalies that make it one of the most remarkable coins ever struck by the United States Mint. At first glance, the 2010 penny might look just like any other modern cent you might find in your wallet, with Abraham Lincoln's familiar portrait on the obverse and the Union Shield on the reverse, a design introduced that very same year to symbolize Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single, united nation. But as history has shown time and again, even the most ordinary-looking coins can sometimes carry secrets that make them worth unimaginable sums of money, and the 2010 penny is no exception, as one unique specimen with multiple minting errors has been valued at $20 million, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. The 2010 1 cent was part of the new Shield Reverse series, replacing the Lincoln Memorial design that had been used since 1959, and it was struck in huge numbers across both the Philadelphia and Denver mints using modern copper-plated zinc planchets. However, despite the advanced machinery and technology used by the mint, no process is ever completely free of human error or mechanical failure, and sometimes a small misalignment or metal flaw can lead to extraordinary results. In this case, the coin that would go on to be worth $20 million is believed to have been struck with a rare and dramatic combination of minting errors that include a double die obverse, an off-metal strike, a broad strike, and possibly even a rotated die, making it a once-in-a-lifetime find. The double die error is one of the most famous and visually striking types of minting mistakes, occurring when the die used to strike the coin receives multiple, slightly misaligned impressions from the hub during production. In the 2010 penny's case, this doubling reportedly appears most noticeably in the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2010, where the letters and numbers show crisp, shadow-like doubling visible even to the naked eye. Under magnification, this doubling is even more dramatic, giving the coin a mesmerizing appearance that sets it apart from ordinary examples. But that's just one part of what makes this coin so special. The 2010 penny in question was also struck on the wrong planchet, a foreign metal disc intended for another denomination or country, possibly a blank meant for a dime or a foreign coin, resulting in a coin that is both lighter and silver-colored instead of its usual copper tone. This type of off-metal strike is among the rarest minting errors because it requires multiple mistakes to occur simultaneously, a wrong planchet being fed into the press, going unnoticed, and still being struck and released into circulation. Furthermore, the coin is believed to show evidence of an off-center strike, meaning the design is not properly centered on the planchet but shifted to one side, creating a blank crescent area where part of the design is missing. This kind of misalignment makes the coin visually unique, as you can often see Lincoln's portrait partially cut off, with parts of the date or lettering missing or warped. Some reports suggest that the coin may also exhibit broad strike characteristics, where the collar die that normally contains the coin shape failed during striking, allowing the metal to spread out more than usual, giving the coin a slightly larger diameter and flattened rim. This broad strike effect, combined with the off-center strike and the wrong planchet composition, produced a spectacularly distinct coin that no other collector has ever been able to duplicate. To make things even more incredible, the 2010 penny may also show signs of a rotated die, meaning that when the coin is flipped from front to back, the reverse design is not properly aligned with the obverse, a phenomenon that occurs when one of the dies shifts or rotates during the striking process. This misalignment often results in coins where Lincoln's portrait and the reverse design are angled incorrectly relative to each other, a highly collectible and visually interesting mistake. When all of these errors are combined, double die, off-metal strike, off-center strike, broad strike, and rotated die, you end up with a coin that is truly one of a kind, a product of both mechanical chance and minting chaos, and that's exactly why this 2010 penny has reached a staggering valuation of $20 million in the numismatic world. Experts have studied this coin in detail and confirmed that such a combination of errors happening together is practically impossible under normal minting conditions, making it one of the most valuable modern coin errors ever recorded. Another factor that plays a major role in its value is its flawless preservation. Most error coins that escape into circulation get scratched, damaged, or worn down over time, but this particular 2010 penny reportedly survived in near-perfect mint state, with its surfaces showing bright original luster and virtually no signs of handling or wear. Graded by top-tier authentication services, this pristine condition adds significant value, as collectors always pay a premium for well-preserved examples, especially when the coin's uniqueness is already undeniable. The 2010 penny's story also represents the fascinating reality that even in an age of high-tech minting, human oversight and mechanical unpredictability can still create miraculous mistakes. The US Mint uses precise machinery capable of striking hundreds of coins per minute, and yet, when just one die becomes misaligned or one planchet gets misplaced, a piece of history is born. These errors, often considered flaws, become masterpieces in the eyes of collectors, embodying the perfect blend of rarity, beauty, and imperfection. The transition to the Union Shield design in 2010 adds an additional layer of historical significance to this coin. It marked a new era for the penny, symbolizing national unity, and any error from the first year of this design automatically carries added collectible value. The fact that this once overlooked penny now holds a $20 million price tag underscores how numismatic value is not only about the metal itself but about the story behind it, the accident that made it unique, the rarity that makes it irreplaceable, and the fascination it inspires among collectors worldwide. It's also worth noting that there are other, lesser-known varieties of 2010 pennies that show minor doubling or striking issues, and while those may not be worth millions, they can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and visibility of the error. For instance, some 2010 AD pennies from the Denver Mint have been found with minor die cracks across Lincoln's shoulder or cheek, while others from Philadelphia display small rim-to-rim die breaks known as cuds, each of which adds to the charm and collectability of the coin. Every variation tells a small part of the larger story about how even modern minting isn't immune to imperfection. But the 2010 penny that became famous for its $20 million valuation stands above them all, not just because of the errors themselves but because of how perfectly they combine to create a once-in-a-century anomaly. Collectors often say that a coin like this represents the pinnacle of error collecting, the absolute embodiment of how something meant to be worth just 1 cent can defy the odds and become a historical treasure. The fascination with such coins continues to grow as more people learn that even modern coins from their pockets could hide unimaginable value, leading to renewed interest in examining everyday change closely. So, if you ever come across a 2010 penny, don't just toss it aside. Look carefully at the lettering, the date, and the design alignment. Check the color and texture. Does it look slightly off? Is the strike uneven, or do the letters seem doubled? You might just have a valuable discovery in your hands. The story of the 2010 1-cent coin worth $20 million reminds us that even in the most technologically advanced systems, chance can create magic, and those tiny imperfections can make history. This coin has become a symbol of how rarity, condition, and story intertwine to create immense value in the world of numismatics. Its journey from an ordinary minting machine to becoming one of the most talked about coins in recent history proves that the world of coin collecting still holds mysteries waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey into the story of the 2010 1-cent coin, an incredible $20 million treasure born out of minting mistakes and human error. And if you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable stories like this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the fascinating world of numismatic wonders that could be hiding right in your pocket.